This is a whirlpool in a jar, and this is a Lego man in a boat. Can it float? Oh, it's getting sucked under! And it's sunk. That boat didn't stand a chance. But this is only the first boat we're gonna test out of many. We're also gonna test this giant pirate ship and the Titanic. I'm also gonna be testing 5 different whirlpools, each one bigger than the last, until I make a giant vortex in this full-size pool. But before we do that, we're gonna test the smallest whirlpool, which I made by stirring this jar of water. So let's see if this surfer can catch a wave. In he goes. Oh, but he's gone. Not such a great surfer after all. Next up, let's try these islanders in their canoe. Okay, let's put them in. Oh, they went under. But the ships are already getting too big for the whirlpool. So we're gonna move on to our second whirlpool, this bigger glass bowl. This is Captain Roger. He's having a contest with Governor Broadside to see who can build a ship that'll survive the whirlpool. And for his first boat, he made this little sailboat. So let's test that. Here we go. Damn, it was too intense for Captain Roger's first ship. He better go start working on another one. Now it's Governor Broadside's turn. He's gonna try a little red rowboat with an Imperial soldier to row it. What moves the ship faster, a sail or a rower? Let's find out. In he goes. Whoa, he's floating! But it's dangerous. Oh, he got sucked under. But it did float a little bit better than Captain Roger's ship, so he wins this round. And stirring the whirlpool is actually getting pretty tiring, so I'm gonna build a Lego mechanism to do that for me. To do that, I got this waterproof motor. When you turn it on, it can push through the water. And if I hold it in one place, it makes a stream. Look at that, it's pushing the water. And because of the shape of the bowl, the water's going in a circle. Can you see that? Let me put in Captain Roger to demonstrate. You see that? It's the beginnings of a whirlpool. But this little motor isn't strong enough. That's why I got 3 more. Let's open these up and get them started. Yeah, you know how some people flex their money? I'm flexing my Lego water motors. Now, in order to hold all these pieces in the bowl, I built this piece. So let's put them on. They each slide into the bar on each side. When it's done, they'll all be held in position. And that's the final one, there. Now they're all facing a different direction, so when I turn them on, they'll push the water in a circle. Okay, let's get this working. I've got them all turned on, and in they go. Whoa, you see that? You see how the water just keeps going? That's crazy, it actually works. But now these Technic beams are in the way. You can literally stand up in the water. We gotta fix that. And I think the easiest way to fix it is to just turn these all around. Okay, that works. Now they're spinning like crazy and the water goes around in a circle. Can you see the disturbance on the surface there? It's working great. So let's test the next boat. This time Captain Roger's built a makeshift raft and he's picked up his first crewmate. Let's see if it can survive the whirlpool. In it goes. It got caught on the motor. This whirlpool is even more dangerous because of all the structure underwater. And here's Governor Broadside's next ship. It's a harpooner. Will it float? It's floating, and it's going around. He's managing to avoid the rapids. Just going around in a lazy little circle. That's a win for Governor Broadside. Captain Roger really needs a win now, so he went to Captain Walrus and stole his ship. Huh? This ship is made of one hull piece, so it should probably float. Let's test it. Oh, but it's going too fast. He can't control it. And as it goes towards the outside, it speeds up. You see, the way whirlpools work is in the middle, it goes in a slow circle. But on the outside, it gets thrown around. It's too much. He's gonna be sick. It's going faster and faster. But it is a success. So let's move on to the next ship. For Broadside's next ship, we got this green speedboat. And he can't forget his soldier. Alright, in it goes. It's hitting the motors, but it is still floating. The water's getting so close to getting in. He's got to be careful. It's nearly underwater. Oh no, water's gotten into the ship. It's starting to sink now. Oh, the whirlpool eventually brought it down. Hopefully his next ship will be better. But Captain Roger wants to step up the game, so he got this way bigger fishing boat. This will float for sure, but will it survive a whirlpool? Let's find out. It's going around. It's speeding up. But it's already broken the mechanism. It's too big for this bowl. And each time it goes around, it rocks some more. Until eventually, oh, it tips. This boat wasn't able to handle the storm, but it did break the mechanism, so let's move on to the next whirlpool. To make the third whirlpool, I got this giant pot with a hole in the bottom. The water will flow in a circle around here, down out through the bottom, and I put it on these planks of wood so it can get away. Water escaping through the bottom is actually how to make the biggest and best whirlpools. So let's fill this up so we can see it. I'll plug up the bottom with this so that I can fill the pot.
10 minutes later.
All right, I've been filling it for a while. It's only half full. Geez, how long will this take?
1 eternity later.
Okay, it's done. Now that it's full, if I take out the plug, a whirlpool will form. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Now! The water's pouring out. And you see that? The whirlpool is forming. There it is. It's getting deeper. Now the whirlpool goes all the way down to the plug. Damn, that's crazy. And it's taken up the entire pot. This thing is enormous. Whoa. For Governor Broadside's next ship, he's making one just like his first, but bigger. This sailboat has enough room for his entire army and the rower from before, even though rowing doesn't make a difference when you have a sail. So off he goes to test this ship. Here it is. Will it survive the whirlpool? Whoa, immediate failure. No, that wasn't fair. He's lost his sail, but let's give him another chance. The sail's still spinning in there. Oh, Captain Broadside's just above water, but it sped up and he sank. Oh no, Captain Broadside's getting sucked down the drain. Let's save him. Safe and sound. But I can't say the same for that poor soldier. Uh-oh, he's going down. Poor guy. Oh, he looks okay. For Captain Rogers' next ship, he got every pirate's dream, a golden boat. This boat is made of pure gold, even if it is a little bit tarnished. The gold is pretty heavy, so this might not float. Let's test it. Now, a golden boat may be beautiful, but can it even float? It can, and it goes around in a slow circle. That's because the whirlpool is only half going right now, but once I turn it on, it's gonna go crazy. Now it's Governor Broadside's turn, and he's enlisted the help of the modern police. So he's borrowed a modern police boat. Maybe this will float better than the old-timey ships they've been trying. For this one, while the policeman steers, Governor Broadside's gonna stay in a lifesaver, back here. Do you think that'll save him from the whirlpool? Alright, in he goes. Oh, no way. No, not fair. He's getting another chance. Oh, even worse. Getting sucked right under. Dude, it's a disaster, but will Governor Broadside's safety thing work? Ah, no! He's in the water with the cop.
Help me!
Let's just loose that. Captain Rogers' turn, and he wants to try a modern boat too. So he got this Technic speedboat. This thing is so high-tech. So in he goes. Oh no, I slipped him in. Oh, he's trapped inside the ship. Well, this better not sink or he'll drown. Oh, it sank without the whirlpool even being on. There's the whirlpool. You know, in hindsight, the ship being full of holes is maybe not a good thing. That Technic ship was too many pieces, so Governor Broadside has a good idea. He's gonna get a boat with one big hull. This thing is bulletproof. No way this sinks. Broadside's gonna win this competition for sure. Oh, that ship sunk too fast. Okay, this one's a fail. Captain Roger can't afford another loss. That's why he got this fishing vessel. This is a super expensive and high luxury boat. Exactly Captain Roger's type of ship. Let's test if it'll survive the whirlpool. Cause the water's so low for this one, it's surviving a little. Now the water's coming in, and it's flipped. What about a storm and a whirlpool? Oh no! Yeah, okay, that was kind of unfair. And Captain Rogers got his head stuck in the drain. Alright, I'm not gonna spring something like that out on him again. Next, Governor Broadside enlisted the help of more modern police. But this police boat is from the 1970s, so maybe not that modern. This one will float for sure. Oh, it immediately flips. Just as well, because then it goes down the drain. We'll find one of these that survives eventually. Next up, Captain Roger's gonna test his patented amphibious car. This car can drive on land and water, but can it drive on whirlpools? I guess we'll see. This ship may be able to drive on land, but can it float in water? Yes, it can. and it goes around and round in the whirlpool. This boat is a total success. Wait, what's that? Is that the plug at the bottom, which prevents the whirlpool from growing exponentially? Uh-oh. And he's gone. Alright, so that's obviously more of a submarine than a boat. Now, Broadside is realizing he's never gonna win if he doesn't use military vehicles. So he got this battleship. But this thing isn't really waterproof down here, so it's probably not gonna work. What do you think? It could sink another ship, but will it sink itself? Here we go. Hey, it's working! Oh! Dude, it clogged up the whirlpool. Well, that's kind of a win. Remember Captain Walrus from earlier when Captain Roger stole his ship? Well, he's finally got a new ship, and this one is really cool. It has spinning water wheels, working steering, and a full crew of monkeys. Captain Walrus is so happy he finally has a ship again. So Captain Roger stole this one too. Away we go, me hearties! This boat was constructed in Fabuland, so it might not be able to float here. But it is! Aw, it's fun, it goes around in little circles. Cute until I make the main whirlpool. Uh-oh, it's already rocking, and it's going around faster now. Do you see the whirlpool forming? And dragging the ship under. Yep, that's another fail. For Broadside's next ship, I got him this single piece thing he can wear. But will it float? Uh-oh. Looks like the smallest ship is not the strongest. It's already tipped over and it's getting sucked down. What's gonna happen to Governor Broadside? Oh, and his head got stuck in the drain. Classic Broadside. He has no way of winning that contest. For Captain Roger's next ship, he gets his dream. A real pirate ship. With a full crew of savage pirates. With this motley crew, there's no way this ship sinks. It has opening cannons, working steering, and a fully decorated inside for Captain Roger to live in. Alright boys, let's set off. This boat can survive anything. Alright, with Captain Roger ready in the captain's quarters, it's time to test if this boat can survive the whirlpool. Okay, forgot to turn on the whirlpool, but the boat still failed. Now it's on. This is a foe worthy of a pirate. So in they go. You know, they're all drowning in there, but it's a pirate's death. And how's Captain Roger looking? He's trying to swim away. Abandon ship, everybody! But they can't get off it now. Even Captain Roger. The captain goes down with the ship. And the ship is down. For Governor Broadside's next ship, he's sick of all the stress. So he got this luxury yacht. It's called the Hope, because Broadside's hopeful that it'll win the contest. Alright, steady the sails. Let's go. In goes the yacht. Hey, it's sailing. Oh. Dude, none of these ships are lasting at all. Let's save Governor Broadside for the next ship. Yeah, give me your ship, I need this! Captain Rogers has stolen another ship, this time a Minecraft ship. Hopefully this'll do better than the other ships he stole. But now the Minecraft Navy is out to get him, with Governor Broadside at the helm. Which of these ships will survive longer? Will they be able to arrest him? We'll have to test these two ships together. Captain Roger runs off to the whirlpool, with Governor Broadside in hot pursuit. Oh, and Governor Broadside's ship immediately sank. This thing wasn't waterproof, but Captain Roger, being the better sailor, did pick a waterproof ship. But will it be waterproof when I turn on the whirlpool? Oh no, I guess not. It immediately sank. It looks like they're both just getting sucked around in circles. This is a failure. For Governor Broadside's next ship, he wanted to try one really cool. A tiny pink ship. Okay, so maybe not that cool. Ah, he flipped right over. That's another fail. The only reason he hasn't been sucked under is because there's not that much water left. Who do you think will end up winning the contest? We still have so many more ships, and it's Captain Roger's turn. So for his next boat, he's gonna get this orange speedboat. This thing is the luxury sports car of boats. It even has a number on the side. That means something, I think. And these propellers make it go super fast. And a massive engine. But this is like a race car, the way it has an engine at the back. Now this may go fast, but can it float fast? Whoa, look at it speeding along into the whirlpool. Let's give it another chance. This whirlpool is just the biggest. Who could expect this thing to survive? It doesn't even have room to maneuver in this tiny bucket. Broadside doesn't know how he's gonna follow up that race boat. Maybe with this banana canoe? Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I just have it, so someone's got to test it. Sorry, Broadside. Yeah, who would have thought the banana boat can't really float? Oh, look at that! He's completely plugged into the hole at the bottom. Damn, Governor Broadside cannot catch a break. Captain Roger says that ship was pathetic. Well, you try building a pink boat, says Governor Broadside. Captain Roger agrees, and he builds his own pink boat. Will this one do better than Governor Broadside's pink boat? He's spinning, and it's staying afloat. Because Governor Broadside's stuck down there, blocking the hole. I think this is the first boat to survive this whirlpool. You know, Governor Broadside has been the biggest victim of this whirlpool. And he's finally getting out. And he's free. Okay, next boat, choose something better, okay? Now on to Captain Rogers. He's got this evil green speedboat. This thing is a slick military craft. It's able to cut through the water and fire its missiles. Check this out. Wait a second, Captain Roger has an idea. He'll take control of the ship, and then... Ready, aim, fire! Oh, another common L for the Imperial Army. Anyway, now Captain Roger's got to test this ship in the whirlpool. Hey, it's floating. Oh, and it's gone. No, that was too fast. He's getting another chance. This ship is too cool to fail on its first try. Hey, it's doing better now. Oh, the second it gets trapped in the wave, it's done. Next up is the biggest ship yet. This giant Arctic explorer. But this isn't the biggest ship we're going to test in the video. So let's add a crew to this. Obviously, Governor Broadside's going to be at the helm. He's in here steering the ship, with his first mate standing behind him, ready to take orders, 2 men on patrol in the front, and someone to row back here. Rowing is the only way Governor Broadside knows how to move his ship. Okay, let's test this giant ship versus the Whirlpool. This ship is nearly bigger than the Whirlpool. Look, it barely fits, but it does float, spinning very slowly. Let's get this Whirlpool started for real. But first, can it survive a little storm? Well, the helicopter broke off, but it's still floating. All right, without further ado, let's get the Whirlpool started. The ship is so big, it's stopping the Whirlpool from forming for real. Uh-oh, but now it's tilting. It got caught on the edge. Oh, the whole thing broke off. I can see the Whirlpool forming. It's getting sucked down. But now the boat is caught on the sides of the pot. All right, this entire thing is a failure. We need to move on to a bigger Whirlpool. So it's time to make the final Whirlpool in this giant pool. Now, the way I'm gonna do that is to stir it with this big plank of wood. If I stir it really hard all in one direction, it should create a whirlpool. Can you see the little vortexes that are forming already? Okay, I need to go harder. It's forming! Now that we've got the bigger whirlpool done, I'm gonna give the orange boat another chance. Ready the oars, in we go! And in it goes. It's doing better this time, but now it's getting sucked into the middle. Oh, it's under. Now it's on its doomed spiral. And it's getting sucked under now. The whirlpool was too strong. Now it's Captain Roger's turn, and he's got the most enormous ship yet. This 1,000-piece pirate ship. It's so huge, and it has loads of special features. Like these spinning propellers, a working engine room, obviously a captain's cabin in there, and under here is all these cannons that shoot real cannonballs. Even the anchors work. Yeah, this is the craziest ship yet, so let's give it a crew. Down in the bottom, I'll make someone operating the cannons. This guy's fixing the smokestacks. This guy's climbing up the rigging. Someone up in the crow's nest to yell, "Land ahoy!" when they see land, because that's the most important role. Someone inside making sure the engine works. A suspicious guy in the captain's quarters. He's looking through Captain Roger's maps. And there's someone out here looking in at him. And for Captain Roger, he's gonna be at the steering wheel and this giant throne. Now, with everyone at their stations, it's time to see if this huge boat can survive a whirlpool. First, let's stir it up and start the whirlpool going. There it is. And now for the ultimate test. Oh. The thing was too top heavy, it fell over right away. And now it's sinking under the water. Wait a second, that's Captain Roger. The giant whirlpool is tearing the ship apart. The force is too strong. Oh, the whole piece separated. And it's hitting the sides of the pool. There's pieces everywhere. And all the pirates fell out. This poor guy drowned. But Captain Rogers survived. Abandoned ship!
Now it's time for the final ship, and Governor Broadside's last chance to redeem himself.
The Titanic. This is by far the biggest ship I own. It's more than 3 feet long, and I don't think it floats.
But maybe the power of the Whirlpool will
Make it go through the water. Or maybe not. Let's find out. But first, let's take a look at the hull. It's got all of these plates jammed together. Are these cracks big enough for water to get in? I don't know. Some of these holes at the top definitely are. Let's just hope there's not an iceberg in the water. Alright, Governor Broadside goes on the bridge and we're ready to test this ship. So let's stir this hard to make it the biggest whirlpool yet. Just look at that thing. The Titanic doesn't stand a chance. It's spilling out over the sides. And here's the Titanic. Okay, say your prayers. Oh no! It's completely jammed in. It can't even move. The whirlpool got it stuck up against the sides. And it's falling apart. No, the Titanic! Dude, how am I ever gonna fix this? Well, at least Broadside's still above water, for now. First he lost the contest, now he's sinking to a watery grave. Poor Governor Broadside. Comment if you think he should get a second chance.